Hi ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's a girl, Owamie, aka Hemisphere Focal, bring back for all entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you, and do not forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. It's at boldly Owamie. Now my ninjas, today I was like, okay, I need to come back because the foolery that is going on, child, okay, like absolutely crazy out here in the streets, and we are going to talk about Owamie and Sithelo shows. Okay, now I only have one request. When I'm going through this video, I just want you guys out there being like, go off queen, go off queen. Like, I just want you guys to be saying that because I'm about to drop some jewels out here. Okay, you may not like what I'm about to say, but just say go off queen. Okay, like it will give me strength in this trying time. In these trying times. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this chende. I'm gonna go ahead and just read for you guys before I can actually catch you guys on. Or let me go ahead and catch you on first for some of you guys that actually may not know what is going on. So we have Sithelo Shozi, we've got Owamie. Sithelo Shozi, who is Sithelo Shozi? From what we know, from the what the public knew, Sithelo Shozi, we knew her as a girl that dated a married man and she fell pregnant with this married man. When I say we, I'm talking about Owamie and Owamie Entertainment. We knew Sithelo Shozi as the woman that disrespected the wife of the husband that she was cheating with. Like, she was helping this man cheat on his wife, and so from what we hear, like, it was very bad, you guys. Like, she was very disrespectful to the woman. She ended up even falling pregnant, and obviously she had her firstborn. Now obviously after that, like, this is Mwanyanawa. Like, in my personal opinion, I feel like you lack morals if you are out there sleeping with married men. You know, close your legs to married men. But then anyway, utamo. And then here comes Owamie, who is a child, in my personal opinion. Now, mind you guys, a lot of things that are going to be said in this video are my opinions, okay? This is a child, Owamie, who, in my personal opinion, he does not look the brightest, okay? Like, and I'm not even trying to be mean, or I'm not even trying for anything. Look at Owamie Pila, guys, and look at him properly. Especially if you're someone that has been in the medical field, look at him and look at him properly. Owamie, he just, for me, he gives me like a child that is still childish, that will say childish and do childish stuff because he's still a child, right? And then Owamie is a lot younger than Sithelo Shozi. Owamie at that time, from what we know, he did not have any children with anybody. Now here comes, from what I think, if I'm not mistaken, was Sithelo Shozi and Owamie not friends? You know, I think they were. I'm not too sure, but I think they were at one point. So I don't know how she got to be so close to the Mpesane family, where she was now, you know, like, would be able to be with Mamkize's son, who is you know, Owamie, who's Mamkize's only child, only biological child. And obviously we all know that Mamkize is very rich, stinky rich, like she's wealthy. Now Sithelo Shozi, obviously, and this child decide they're going to be in a relationship. I don't even know if he was of age when their relationship started, okay? But anyway, they end up being in a relationship. In that relationship, they have 2 kids together. Having had 2 kids together, I remember there was a live that someone asked Sithelo Shozi, where is Owamie? And she was like, asked if she and Owamie were still together, and she said that the only thing that is going to separate her and Owamie is death. So I guess that somebody's name, somebody who's called Death, came in, aka you know, Tamia Mpesane, who then came in, and we were all shocked to find out that Owamie was now getting married. Rumor has it in the streets that people did not even know about the wedding, including Mpesane, from what we've heard, because girl attended that wedding in Jimwe, okay? So it was just a very wishy-washy situation, you understand? We didn't understand. Next thing we hear, there were rumors that she's pregnant. At first they were like, oh, you know, she's pregnant with twins, but obviously she gave birth to a beautiful baby girl who was welcomed in the most extravaganza, like extravagant way to welcome a baby back, not even back, because this child, it was the first time this child was going into that mansion, and so obviously that is what happened. Now, with all that was happening, of course a lot of people came out and they mocked Sithelo, and how they were mocking Sithelo was that, well, girl, karma definitely then just don't find your address, okay? What you did to another woman, they did it to you in the worst way, because when you didn't even end up marrying somebody's husband, who allegedly she even divorced her husband because of the chende that was going on. We don't know if that is the truth or not, but allegations have been there. And then also obviously there were people, aka myself included, that were like, yeah, karma definitely don't find your address, okay? Like, look at this, they humiliated her. Like, that was a huge humiliation. She even came out the time that she was now saying that Andile Mpisane was beating her up and everything, and she was talking about how she was left with a child that was like, what, 2 months, if I'm not too mistaken. So there was a lot that was definitely actually going on there, you guys. And then from what we heard, there was an audio that came out, and this was an audio, you guys, of Andile Mpisane just being a child, in my personal opinion. Like, he was so rude, but if you listen to the core of what he is saying, you could hear Maraure. Is he fast? You know, like, because there are certain things that I just personally feel like fast people are not gonna say. I'm like, is he fast? You know? And obviously you could just hear that number one is very arrogant, number two, he obviously takes his mother to be Mbokot of the Mbokotos, because it's like, you will never, you know, this and this, me and Uma, you know, like, this is a 20 something, or I don't know when that was recorded, but that is actually telling someone, hey, me and Uma and whatever. So okay, sharp, you know, I did question his fastness or his slowness. I did question that myself. But it does seem like now they're alleging that there was a protection order that was actually made because of Sithelo was getting threats, and then you know, after that it did seem like there was more threats that were coming. Now this time they were coming with a number that it seems like it was unknown or stuff like, because I do remember before she deactivated her Instagram account, which is back now, she was actually talking about this, right? So now this is what they're saying. A warrant of arrest has been issued to Royal AM chairman Andile Mpisane. This comes after he allegedly violated an interim protection order. Andile allegedly followed and threatened his ex-girlfriend DJ Sithelo Shozi. The warrant of arrest was issued on Friday, 3 March, and Sithelo went to Durban police station to hand it over to the police to arrest her ex-boyfriend. But she was allegedly turned down and advised to wait for Andile to violate the order again. Now obviously I personally feel like if there's a protection order in place, somebody violates that protection order, they should immediately be arrested. I don't believe that you know, they have to be like, oh, let's just wait for him to violate it again before we can arrest him. I don't believe that is the law. Absolutely not. I feel like that is wrong from the law side. If Andile Mpisane broke the law, then he definitely needs to, you know, do some jail time, and then obviously, you know, everything goes according to how the law is supposed to go. But then again, we need to look at the fact that this is a son, and the only biological son to a woman that is very wealthy. So she will definitely use any power and her money, her resources, if she has to protect her son. I personally believe that. I'm not saying that she did anything. I'm just simply saying that if I was, not me, because definitely I'm not raising any spoiled brat, but I'm saying, like, you know, the way that you say Andile does seem like he's a child that gets what he wants, you know, because we do have other children to people that are very rich. We can talk about Patrice Mtsipe, who is very wealthy as well, but we don't see his children acting the way that you know, Andile Mpisane acts. I mean, Abo seem dope. We only realize that he's even a human being after he passed, and also realize that, oh, you know, his father is actually very wealthy, but they don't do the scandals that Andile Mpisane does. But at the same time, I do have to say, I'm not gonna try compare, because people are very much different. But for me, he does come off as bratty and very much spoiled, in my personal opinion, right? Now, with this whole situation, all I'm going to say is that Sithelo should have just stayed away from the child. That's the first thing that we need to do. We as adults, we really need to let these children be without showing them our private parts. Be it you're a woman, be it you are a man. Because I know that what Google is saying that Sithelo shows is actually 27 years. And Andile Mpisane is only 21. Think about it, guys. A 21-year-old still does not have sense, in my opinion. Still does not have sense at all. And then again, coming with someone that clearly knows them streets, because for you to be out there comfortable dating a married man, in my personal opinion, you definitely know the streets, okay? You know how to maneuver, how to date somebody's husband and everything. You're way too experienced for a child. Where now you are out there fighting wives, and then you think you're going to come and a child that is at whatever age, 18 or 19 or 20 or 21, is going to be smart enough to deal with you? Absolutely not. What happened? If Andile Mpisane violated the protection order, he does have to be arrested. I do believe that. I think that he also needs to learn. He is a father of 3 from what we know right now, so he definitely needs to just be somebody of his own. However, we should also not overlook at the fact that Sithelo shows, what was she doing Komwana, who is a child? And I know that a lot of you guys will disagree with me, because what most of you guys do is that you think emotionally. You don't rationally think. You don't think of, okay, if this was my child that is 18 years old and somebody that already has a child with a married man is out here doing whatever, and then all of a sudden somehow my child that is just entering or living teenage life is now meeting this person, do you think that child can see game? If Andile Mpisane was not a son of the billionaire, which we don't know how much she's worth, but I do think she must be worth maybe over $1 billion, I don't know. But if Andile Mpisane's family, his mother most particularly, was not as rich as she is, do you really think, guys, that Sithelo was gonna be with Andile Mpisane at his age? Even not even just at his age, even now, if you just look at Andile Mpisane, have you even seen how he runs when he's there by the phone? Like, do you think she would be with him? She would even give birth to 2 kids that are his? Because I truly don't. I don't believe it. And that's my opinion. I think that I have a right to express. I really honestly do not. And so the fact that now people would be shocked that a child is acting like a child towards a whole adult is shocking to me. Absolutely shocking. A child is not going to have the same emotional intelligence as a whole woman that has gone through even a married man. It's impossible. So I just feel like at this point, I don't think that Mam Kize did a great job at raising her son, and it's so unfortunate. There's a saying in Venda that says Ulemo Roro Chera. If you're Venda, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And the saying in English basically says that to spoil your child is actually worse than to have someone witch your child, because in our tradition we believe that if somebody witched your child, you can go to a stronger sangoma and they can help the child with that witchcraft, or you can go to some prophet and they can help your child. But if you spoiled your own child, there's no cure for that. Absolutely no cure for that. If Andile Mpisane was raised in a way of believing and thinking that he can get his way, whatever he wants he can get, he would go through life thinking that that is the way of life, and that is not the way of life. So even now, if his baby mama is to say, hey, I don't want anything to do with you, he would find that very difficult if he is a child that is used to getting everything that he wants. Do you guys understand? So I don't know what Mam Kize has to do, but she better keep her son in check, because if she does not, he is definitely going to end up in jail. Definitely he's going to end up in jail if she does not check her son, okay? Because he may be an adult. I feel like he's an adult. He's a young adult. Let me not say an adult. He's a young adult because 21, you're getting into that young adulthood. But I feel like due to the way he was raised, he still thinks like a child. That's why, what? Anyway, guys, go ahead and comment down below what you guys think of this whole situation. Sithelo, stay away from kids. Like, child, stay away from kids. I saw the interview that she did, and she was talking about how she wants a 4th child and how she's still looking for the baby daddy for the 4th child. Just make sure that it's not another child. No matter how rich that child is coming from, whatever family, stay away from children. Try somebody older than you, because he's only 21. So obviously he is gonna go around like a hooligan, and he's not a 21-year-old that is normal. He's a 21-year-old that has got resources that reaches way deeper, because it does seem like his mother allows him, which would make him even dangerous. So be very careful. That's all I'll say.